Welcome to Elite Expert Insider Podcast, where we will inspire, motivate, and educate entrepreneurs, innovators, and growth seekers. Brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, making the best and brightest in the industry #1 best-selling authors. 80% of people say they want to write a book. We're assuming that's the same for you. If so, contact us at www.eliteonlinepublishing.com and make your book a reality. Hey, welcome to our podcast. It's Melanie Johnson along with Jen Foster. How you doing, Jen?
Hey, guys.
All right, we have a great podcast for you here today. This is someone that I have been a fan of for a long time. I've seen her speak. Jen has been to her events. We've bought her products. So is that a good enough testimonial that we've been dying to have her on here? This is Lisa Sasevich. She's the queen of sales conversion. Before we get into all the great content she has, and trust me, the things that she has to say will propel your business forward. You'll make more money, get more leads just from what she's going to tell you. So make sure you listen to every second of this interview. So first of all, as always, we want to remind you, please subscribe to our interview, to our podcast. We love to have you. We love to hear from you. Leave us comments. And of course, share the podcast. You know, when you get great information, you shouldn't keep it all to yourself. You should share it with the world. So make sure you share it to everybody. And if you're looking to get your story out, we believe every business has a story to tell. And we have everything that you need to tell it, including these 2 books that we have here on Amazon. One is How to Write Your Life Story and Leave a Legacy, and the other one is How to Write Your Story of Accomplishment. So not only in here, there are some tips and tricks on how to create your book and publish your book, but there's over 50 questions in each of these books to prompt your story and get your book started for you and your business. All right, Lisa Sasevich is here. We are honored to have her, the queen of conversion, the irresistible offer queen. We're so grateful to have you. Lisa, welcome.
Thank you so much. I mean, I have been running into YouTube powerhouses all over town. So suffice it to say, you guys, you're with 3 women who are out there rocking the world with our gifts. And I don't think we could have coordinated our outfits better today. So I really like that too. I just want to say.
I love it. Well, tell us, Lisa, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to be the queen of sales, kind of a little bit of your journey.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, a couple of things that if we haven't met before, you know, anybody listening today or watching today, you know, I started my business because I wanted to be with my kids more. And, you know, I literally, my son, who's now 14, was a newborn, or no, he was 3. And my daughter, who's 11, was a newborn. So I've been at my business almost 10 years. And it's been really a Cinderella story of business. And, you know, just a couple of highlights so that what I say maybe means more to you. You'll listen. I create some credibility here. I'm still working from home. We have clients in 134 countries, I believe. We have over 15,000 graduates of our programs, most known for our program called Speak to Sell, which is really for experts, coaches, all kinds of service professionals, entrepreneurs that want to really know what they offer and make it irresistible. So we call it the irresistible offer. They want to nail that, be clear about that, and then have a presentation that leads to it, that you can give as an intro event, you can give, you know, at a stage. So that whole thing together, knowing your offer and being confident and ready with a presentation that leads to it, is really what we're known for around our Speak to Sell brand. And I bring that up in getting to know me and my story because that really is the tool that I have used and continue to use to transform lives all over the world, have people step into their leadership. I consider myself really an empowerer of leaders. And the 2 leaders here with us today are, you know, 2 people I'm so privileged to have empowered. Their great work. They're helping people get out there with their book and their marketing and, you know, such important things. And, you know, because of all that and really staying the course, we've been acknowledged as an Inc. 500 company 2 years in a row. That means we're acknowledged as one of the fastest growing privately held companies in the United States. And the part that always tickles me, that I still pinch myself, is number 20 in women-owned businesses. So, yay!
I love that.
Maybe you can tell, I don't know, but I still work from home. Kids are 11 and 14 now. And we just have a blueprint that you can pour your expertise into and get results fast, sales results, without being pushy or salesy. So, for me, it was really stepping into my business, owning my gifts was really about wanting to make a difference and not wanting to live a double life. There were so many years after I came out of college where I worked for corporate. I was in sales. I always did well. So that wasn't anything new to me. But there were so many years where I felt like I did that for money, right? I worked for Pfizer Pharmaceuticals or Hewlett Packard. I did that for money. And then on the weekends and the evenings, I did the things my heart really desired. And for me, a lot of what I did had to do with personal growth courses, personal development, personal fitness challenges, just always in something that was calling me forward. Because I don't know, like many of you, I bet there just was and always is that feeling, that knowing that that I'm meant for more, that there's a gift inside me that's meant for more. And that's who I want to speak to with anybody here with us today, is that part of you that regardless of what you've achieved and where you are, that that there's more of your gift, that you could be what I'll call assuming the throne in a bigger way, that it's time to go beyond people saying, oh, you lost 100 pounds and kept it off. Can I pick your brain? How many of you listening, people want to pick your brain about something? Well, what if we just got together and we did that, consciously? We pick your brain, right? We show you how to pick your own brain. And then we can, create an offer around all those things that you would have all those Starbucks dates with that people would listen to but do nothing with unless they really made a commitment or an investment. And what if we did that and we created that into an offer that was really irresistible to the people you could help? So that you don't have to be pushy, you don't have to be salesy, you can just put it out there and what I call invite pursuit. So that's my jam. I'm pretty much a one-trick pony when it comes to just seeing the vision for you, your vision for you, and wanting you to be clear and confident about what you offer, how to say it, and how to make it irresistible so that other people can say yes and have that awesome gift that is right there, that it needs to be out there in a bigger way. I think that's why we're all together.
So take us through the steps of, because we have a wide variety of people in all kinds of businesses. And I think you're such a master at this, that you have a few steps. I know you can't share the whole program, obviously.
Oh, I'm happy to give everything we can fit into this time. No holds bar.
What are some of the key things that someone should be asking themselves to create that irresistible offer? Whether it's a realtor, we were just meeting with some real estate people, and there's 35,000 real estate agents in Houston. So how do you make yourself different from that? How do you create an irresistible offer when you're in a sea of competition, whether you're a dentist, a realtor, or a publisher even?
Right. Or a coach, right? How many life coaches are there? How many other people that help with belief change? How many chiropractors are there in your town? So that you're exactly asking, you ask this question, this opens everything. So, here we go. I love this question. Well, first thing is, I want to distinguish, what an offer is and then what makes it irresistible. And I have a gift for everybody today, because obviously we're only going to be together for 25, 30 minutes or so. And this is something that I have really devoted my life to supporting people with. So for those of you that want to follow along, or you'd actually like to, listen and then have an implementable blueprint that you can plug your own offer into, I'm just going to put this out here early, okay? If you go to lisasasevich.com / let me make sure I get it right, lisasasevich.com / elite, and Sasevich has no T, so it's Lisa, SASEVICH, .com / elite. We all know how to spell that. If you go there, and we put this special together really on behalf of you two, you're going to get my irresistible offer blueprint as a gift today. And it really, I'm going to say as much as I can right now, but I don't want you guys getting a hand cramp. So the fastest thing to do is get that. So you get everything I say, plus everything I don't have time to say, and you can walk through the blueprint. And keep your eyes open, because you're going to get an invitation, and if you blink, you'll miss it, to also a masterclass that goes with the blueprint and walks you through. So look for both of those. You enter your name, your best email, and you will have this in your hands. Okay. So irresistible offers. First, what's an offer? Well, an offer, first we have to distinguish that. Then we say, well, what makes it irresistible? So the offer in and of itself, it's really comprised of two important parts. And if you get your brain always thinking of these two parts, that alone will increase your sales conversion. So, which is my jam, right? I'm the queen of sales conversion. So the offer is made up of two parts. There is the transformation that you provide, the outcome, we could say, that your clients get from working with you. So like, what is that? Are they, in my case, people are confident and ready to make their offer in any situation. That's what transforms. That's the outcome, right? In your realtor's case, are people making, moving into a home they love while making a solid investment? Some realtors really focus on that. Some have a different transformation. This is where you really want to dive in and figure out what does make you different from that C. And in all of our courses, we start with that. We start with you seeing, how do you say what you do, distinct from the sea of everyone else in your field? Because there are other realtors that are about foreign cross-border investments. There are other realtors that are really about helping you to make the best of the golden years with your real estate investments, right? There are vacation property. There are getting your kids set up with real estate. I mean, you guys specialize, realtors, and as do financial planners, as does every single service coach or expert, have a unique transformation. So that's the first half of just the offer. And then you couple that, so the transformation or the outcome that you uniquely provide, right? And we have an amazing process to help you get to that quickly. And then you couple that with, we'll call the service delivery. How do you deliver what you provide? So some of you deliver it through done for you service, as in real estate, right? We do the work to help the client find the house, or the income property or commercial property. Some of you, your service is done through coaching. Some of you, it is done, you deliver that transformation. How do you deliver the transformation? Through an in-office visit to your practice or your office. So you couple those. Some of you do it through workshops or online courses or digital programs. So you couple those, right? So the transformation you provide plus how you provide it, that's the offer, okay? And that's where we have to start, is nailing this, being clear about this. And one of the big things about this offer that I want to say something bold, if you get this can change your life, is that your offer, that this compilation of the transformation you provide and how you provide it, your offer is your life. It's not just about having the client love your offer. Of course, we need the client to love the offer, right? That's not rocket science, to know that. But a lot of people miss the fact that you need to love your offer, right? Like, because we can tell when you are, an entrepreneur or a small business owner, it's different. I sold millions of dollars for Pfizer and Hewlett Packard, never broke a sweat. The first time I offered my own service, I had sweat rings down to here. I was speaking to a small group, and I remember I did the thing like this so that you can't see how bad my hands were shaking. And I wore a silk blouse, and I didn't realize I would be under, so my silk blouse had literally, there was no hiding it. And, it was just like, why was I so beside myself offering my own service when I had offered so much for other people? And, I just want to acknowledge that your offer is your life, and it feels personal, and it feels like if they say yes or no is a personal acceptance or rejection of your value. So it's a different game, and our work is specifically for those of you that are going through that transition and stepping into really being able to offer your own work with confidence. So I want to say that.
Yeah,
so
I love that.
I'll pause there for you guys to comment.
Yeah, I was going to say,
you've done our work, so you know.
Yeah, I love that belief. I love how you pair the two, but then that belief in your own product, because if you don't have that belief, then you're going nowhere with your business. So it's you got to have that belief. And yeah, I attended an event, your Speak to Sell event, and Melanie and I went through your program, and I just love all the transformation that I could see in the room. I went to an event in San Diego, and everything that came from stage from you and all the notes that I took, like I just learned so many things about how to get that offer, like you were just talking about, and how to say the right words when you're speaking or say the right words when you're selling. Like it really was transformational, and you could just see it in the audience of all the different people, including myself. So I just loved going there, and I learned so many things that have really propelled our business forward.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Well, getting up underneath awesome leaders like you is why I do what I do. So thank you. And I do want to say, the compliment for all of you that are here, working with Jen, working with Melanie, getting your books done and getting your marketing and your funnel set up. It's so complimentary because people who work with us, they write a different book. They realize that that book is not just a place to dump everything right? It's a place that is supposed to take people's hand, open possibility, and lead them to your offer. We call it reverse engineering. And, I want to distinguish also that the offer doesn't necessarily mean get out a credit card. That is one kind of an offer. We call it direct to sale. But there are other offers or calls to action. In fact, many of our clients are using our Speak to Sell work to get qualified appointments. The realtors would be an example of that. How do you use that presentation, that speaking, to really have that person completely pre-sold, trusting you, and ready for not just an appointment. We don't have time to talk to everyone, right? So how do you get qualified appointments in your office or through strategy sessions on the phone or consults? So, your book may be leading to a qualified appointment. It may be leading to a free gift to get people started, a lot like what we have here for you today. So, the complement of people who've gone through Speak to Sell and then go to write their book. There's so many things where they just marry so beautifully. And I'm sure it works the other direction when they get that clarity from you too, and then they come plug it into their talk. So it's one of the reasons the three of us are here today. It's like,
Yeah,
what are the tools that you need? So.
Yeah, and I just love your conference so much. I actually made really great connections and got a sale from it as well. Got a book deal there. So we have a wonderful author that I met there that wrote a book, Dress Like You Mean Business, and she has a fashion consultant.
I know who you're talking about. That is amazing what you guys did. And, I want to say, if we're coming to the East Coast for the first time in over 2 years in May, if you happen to be watching this in 2018. So we'll be in Fort Lauderdale. So definitely if that's closer to you than our usual California events, this is the time to come join us at Speak to Sell Live. And you can certainly check that out online. And we would love to have you. And the connections and the amount of business that gets done and the amount of opening and possibility, like you said, I mean, it is the same way for me, standing on the stage or standing, dancing with people at our gala. So back to the offer, and this is where really the irresistible offer blueprint is going to take your hand. I'll brush lightly so that you can get started, and then you can actually see examples of your specific kinds of businesses, and there'll be some fill in the blanks in the blueprint for you. So I want to go over the steps that make an offer truly irresistible. And what does that mean? It means that it gives people what they need to say yes. Or really, let me scratch that. It gives people what they need to make a decision on the spot. And I really want you guys to get that, because it's not about pushing people to a yes. It's giving people, having the right irresistible offer is really about giving people that ability that if it's a yes, to say yes on the spot. They don't need to think about it. They don't need to, check the internet for 15 days. They don't need a committee meeting, right? Like they have what they need. It inspires them to push past all that and just say, I'm going for it. I want this transformation. So that's really what an irresistible offer does, is it moves people to that on the spot decision. And I say decision instead of yes. I made that self-correction because honestly, an irresistible offer that even gets people to a no decision is so powerful. I mean, how grateful would you be to not be following up to ad nauseum with somebody for 6 months of your life that, you could have either had them in on the spot and you would have already been working together for 6 months, right? Or you flat out get that it's not a fit, or they're just really not truly up to transform that. They say they are, but they're not. And that's a gift to them, for them to admit it. They've been complaining about their energy for 2 years. You're standing before them, how to cause a breakthrough in that. And they admit to themselves, I think I'm getting more out of complaining about this than actually fixing it. That's a transformative moment. So irresistible offers, they really are the catalyst to transformation. I know that's a bold statement, but they are the catalyst to transformation, because really, transformation, new possibility, people stepping up, it doesn't happen without a decision. In fact, I'm going to write that down. I've never said that before.
I just
Irresistible offers. I've never said that.
Shake a little bit. I'm like, okay, let's say
On
that
that.
one more time.
You guys heard it here first. So irresistible offers are the catalyst to transformation. Oh, I just love it when I get a new distinction of what I've been doing what I've been doing for over 10 years, and it's still like exciting to me, like I'm just doing it for the first day. And that is really what we want you to tap into when you start in any of our programs and you get connected to your offer. That's part of my meant for more.
I love that, your decision to, but it's the decision to transform.
Yeah. Transformation. This is something I have had the verbiage on, because it's like, you know, if you really look at your own life, look at people you've seen, transformation is always preceded by a decision. So I am so passionate about what we do, because I want all of you as agents of change to be able to inspire decisions, right? Because if you're a transformational leader, if you're out there to change the world or make a difference, you've got to be able to inspire decisions. This can't be a here's my card, call me when you're ready, or come pick my brain as long as you want and do nothing with it kind of thing. So yeah, me too. I'm like, ooh, I like this stuff we're talking about. I want to just say I'm in a place in my life where I'm really transforming. I'm stepping into my 50th birthday. I've been doing a lot of deep work. And so I'm taking a deeper cut at who I am, acknowledging my own leadership of leaders. I mean, I've been able to work with and coach the best in every industry, you know, from Bulletproof Coffee and JJ Virgin in the health space to Frank Kern and Jeff Walker in the internet marketing space. I mean, you know, Brian Tracy's a client, John Assaraf from The Secret. Like, I'm starting to own my own level of lifting up leaders. So thank you for giving me a place to just step into it with you guys right here. It feels really good.
You're an author. You're like a 4-time author, right? You've written, I believe, 4 different books. Yeah. Tell us, since we're a publishing company, a little bit how you use your books to market your business and give your offer.
Okay, well, definitely we can go either way. I can distinguish what makes the offer irresistible, which is kind of where we left off in the conversation. We can go that way. I totally give it to you guys. What would be more valuable for you? Squeeze in both.
How about that?
Okay. Well, let's see. So the question was, how do I use my books?
You're right.
Can you ask the question again?
Yes. How do you use your book in your marketing plans and to give your irresistible offer?
Yeah, we use we have different books and different kinds of books. I've got a compilation book out there that I really use to help some people get lifted in their credibility to be with me in the book. And of course it helped us because people saw all the success people are having from our system. So that was one type of book. We have a couple of best-selling books that are smaller, quick to read books. And really what they are, and this is, is they are my Speak to Sell signature talk. So my talk is called Boost Sales Using Irresistible Offers. And they are my talk in a book. And that's the beautiful thing about once you have your talk is you don't need to figure out what's my free gift. What should my book be? You guys, it should all be the same thing. When you come to Speak to Sell and you figure out this is what I want to be known for. This is the piece I'm going to share every time. I've been sharing my a training about irresistible offers since 2009. People say, why are you so good at it? Well, I don't change what I do every day. I don't create a new talk every day. I don't stay up till 3 a.m. the night before to figure out what I'm going to say. So that's the magic of knowing your offer and knowing your talk. So that book that has my signature talk, I use that as a giveaway to be able to have people learn what we're learning today, how to make an irresistible offer, and then see that it's great to know your offer, but now I need a talk that leads to it. So it opens that up in people realizing that they're winging it. If you don't have a presentation, how are you doing webinars? How are you doing joint ventures? If I asked you to interview you, what would you say? All the, if you got to be on the news, what would you talk about? All that gets solved when you have your Speak to Sell talk. So I put my talk into a book. And so that's one of our books. And when we launch our Speak to Sell program, which we do in March of every year, and we take a bunch of people that I coach through it, we kind of launch the next level of rock stars. When we do that, we use that book as a giveaway during that couple week window, and we will have 40, 50,000 people download that book as a gift, as part of getting to know me leading up to coming to work with me and Speak to Sell. So those are a couple ways. We have a third book that we use, that we send out to all our participants before our event. So if you come out to one of our live events and you register early, we always acknowledge people that register early and take action early. We send them a physical book that really shares a lot of the mindset principles that I hold, and lifestyle, how the lifestyle and the offer fit together. And then it has a lot of different businesses highlighted, our clients, of how they're using their offer and their talk. So that is building credibility. It's creating relationship before we get there. And it's getting people excited, to be with us at the event. So those are 3 ways that we use our books, if that's helpful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, cool.
And I love I just want to reiterate what you said about the simpleness, right? Like you said, you don't go out and create all these different talks you're going to do. It's just one. You just got to keep it simple.
Totally. Yeah. Well, I've had my one signature talk since 2009, and I've had some updated testimonials. My stories have changed slightly, but I mean, I still feel like I barely scratched the surface with the number of people that need to hear that talk. So you don't want it to be going back to the same audience every time with a different talk. That's the mistake of most entrepreneurs and why they feel like they're working hard and not getting anywhere. You want one talk. And then, as my dad said, he was a world famous ventriloquist. One thing he taught me before he passed away, because he had the same act for 30 years. He played the Moulin Rouge in Paris. He was on the Ed Sullivan Show. I mean, his name was Eddie Garson. And he taught me, don't change your act, change your audience. And for all of us, you need that one Speak to Sell talk. And then my job for the last almost 10 years has been getting that talk out in front of as many audiences as I possibly can. And honestly, everything we're talking about today, it's all just content pulled from that same talk, and I get better at it and more confident. And as you saw, I'm writing down things I'm saying. You see me with distinctions.
Notes on your own speech. I love it.
Who does that? Anyway, so, in respect of time, a couple more things on the offer, and then I'll leave everybody to go grab the blueprint, like I said, thank God we did it this way, because it gave us the chance to dance a little bit more. And in case you missed it, lisasasevich.com/elite. And the gift that you get is my irresistible offer blueprint, and it'll break down the steps I'm about to share. And it'll also give you a masterclass. So you have to register for that accompanies the blueprint. So lots of gifts coming your way. You just have to put your best email and your name and do it today, and you'll be put in with what we're providing for those of you that are here with Elite. So where am I going? Irresistible offer. Here's the 3 things to look for in the blueprint. There are 3 elements that take it from the offer that we talked about into being irresistible, meaning it gives people a chance to say yes on the spot, to make a decision on the spot. And the 3 components I want you to dive into in the blueprint, 1 is called the main dish. And the main dish really is what we already talked about. It's the offer. It's the transformation you provide plus how you provide it. So it's your 3-day workshop. It's your 6 months of coaching. It's your real estate services. It's the main way you give that offer, okay? Now we're just gonna add 2 things, and this is where you're gonna have a lot of fun in the blueprint seeing examples. And the 2 things that we add that get it on the map of being irresistible, number 2, so 1 is main dish, 2 is bonuses, and 3 is limiters. And I want to just say a couple things about bonus and limiters, and then I won't blow the punch. I'll let you enjoy it in the blueprint. Bonuses are really things that we add to the main dish that the person who would buy that main dish or say yes to that main dish, maybe the main dish, at starters is an appointment with you, that the bonus is something that would spur them into action because they would pay for it anyway. And now they're getting it included. They're getting it free. So in the case of a consult, let's say you're a tax advisor and the main dish is, your offer for that talk you're giving, that presentation, that webinar, that one-on-one, your offer is a consult, but as a tax advisor or a financial service provider. Well, the bonus might be that when you come in for a consult, I'm going to give you my 10 ways you can shave at least $2,000 or more off your taxes right now, with or without my help. So there's something I want, and I'd like to come and see you. So you know what, let's just go ahead and book. Right? Now the limiter, the third part, so bonuses are something you add that have a high perceived value, but cost you very little to deliver, right? I mean, all it really costs that planner is a piece of paper to do that. You couple that with limiters, and the two I'll toss over today and that you'll see in the blueprint are time limiter, and quantity limiter. Time limiter would be, I've only got, let's see, the time limiter would be, I'm only in town for the week. So I've got, 6 appointments and they have to be done next week. Or a time limiter might be a better one, is you make a presentation and you say, this offer with this bonus or this special pricing is only available at this break we're about to take. You can talk to me later today, or tomorrow at the seminar, but you won't get the bonus and the special pricing. This bonus and special pricing, the time limiter is only this break, because the host has more speakers planned. I don't want you to be sitting there thinking about my offer. So you always justify your limiter. That's how you don't sound salesy. You tell the truth about why you're doing it. That's a huge point, you guys. I'm pulling that right out of module 3 of Speak to Sell. This is why people don't use limiters, because if you just say it's only this break and you don't say why, what do they think? One of you guys, what do they think? If you just say just this break, what would people automatically think?
You're just being salesy.
You just want their money,
Yeah.
right? And isn't that just like the biggest assault when you know that, sure, we love having the money, but we're in this to make a difference.
Yeah.
So when you say why, because, I want you to be fully present for the next segment. So, this is just for this break. You know right now if you want to do it or not. I'm here, we can talk. So I'm not giving you a website, I'm not giving you a brochure, like I just did a 90-minute presentation that gave you everything you need. If you have an additional question, come see me and let's get it nailed down. We have a 30-minute break. That's the why. And the quantity limiter has to do with limiting quantity. So that would be more the first example I gave, where you say, I have 6 appointments, 6 consults available. I've put a sheet out so you can fill in your name and phone number. Please commit to the consult. And that would be a quantity limiter. Now in Speak to Sell, we show you how to actually make that invitation for those consults, but to get qualified appointments only. We call it the qualified free session close, not just any appointment, but
Right.
Qualified appointments. So that's it, main dish, bonus, limiter, and you put them all together. So I'll use my own example. When I speak and people decide they want to go ahead with the investment of being in our Speak to Sell virtual bootcamp, our online program, I use this break only for my bonus, right? And my bonus is a lot of people, and this is another tip, last tip I'll give today, another tip on bonuses, is that you want to pick a bonus that helps handle an objection or a concern that would stop people from buying. So people want to do Speak to Sell. They want to have their offer. And even if they're not a speaker or they're an introvert, they understand that having a structure for a presentation is going to change their business. It makes everything pay. All that other activity makes it pay, right? But they'll be concerned, like, where would I speak? Where would I get booked? And so when people buy on the break, the bonus, the time limiter is this break only, and the bonus they get is my Get Booked Now toolkit. It's a $500 product that they would probably buy later separately, but they get it included if they buy on the break. And it handles the concern of where would I speak, right? And really, your best bonuses, they're laying around the shop, you guys. You're already using them. It's the emails I've used to stay booked solid for 10 years, right? It's the templates. It's the sheet that I send out that summarizes my picture, my bio. You guys got it before this interview, right? Like those are all the things that we include in the Get Booked Now toolkit. So don't make bonuses complicated, make them relevant. And you don't need many, like 1 or 2, okay? The right bonus and a relevant bonus. So you know what? The rest is in the blueprint. Go to lisasasevich.com/elite. And also, you guys, if you love podcasts, every week you'll find me on iTunes. You can go to my name, Lisa Sasevich, or our podcast is called Boost Your Sales and Lifestyle. So we talk about both and how they fit together. And the best thing to do, just like with this podcast here, if you haven't yet, subscribe, go to Boost Your Sales and Lifestyle on iTunes and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, you're just, here on a one-off today, make sure to go back in and subscribe. And the reason is, yes, we all have our schedule, whatever it is, weekly, But a lot of times I know for us, and maybe you guys too, we do special episodes and they're timely. And if you're not subscribed, you don't find out about the special episodes. So subscribing, you find out what's going on. You're first in. And, we're all about, all three of us here are about keeping you current. So subscribing on iTunes is the key. And that's what I got today. I mean, wow.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And we'll put the link up on the bottom for those watching on video.
Okay.
And those who are listening, just make sure you go to lisasasevich.com/elite and you can get that blueprint.
Awesome. I'm really, really excited, to take the work that you've already done with your book or your marketing and be able to help you really clarify your offer, like to the level that your mother-in-law understands what you do. That's a clear offer.
Right. And with Lisa's stuff, you learn it like anything. So, stay connected with her because she always has new things that are coming out and ways to refine that offer. And like us, you forget about it. You've done it once, then you need to go back and refresh and listen to her again. That's why you should stay on her podcast and stay connected to her through the email and get all her offers that she has because she's always sending great stuff and great information. Lisa, thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We are just honored that you came and spent your time with us and gave us those great tips and reminded us again and gave us that great quote about the decision makes the transformation until you decide. So you've got to make that decision, whether it's to publish your book, whether it's to get your irresistible offer from Lisa or attend that convention like we did and even get a client that paid for the whole trip. So that's what you've got to do. So we want to remind you again, like Lisa said, please subscribe to her podcast, subscribe to our podcast here at Elite Expert Insider. And I love the way that she said that because you don't want to miss out on anything. We want to keep you current. Be a subscriber, share it with your friends. And if you are looking to write a book, to have your irresistible offer in that message where you can give it away as a lead generator, to get new clients, to give it as a bonus, it is the best marketing tool you will ever have. It's the best investment you'll ever make for marketing, and it lasts forever. I tell you, it's the only marketing strategy they have that people take to bed with them. They hold it in their hand and they fall asleep sometimes with it. No other marketing tool does that. So we have two things that will help you start your story to create your book for your business: how to write your story of accomplishment story starter, and how to write your life story and leave a legacy. They are both on Amazon. If you just look up Elite Online Publishing on Amazon, our 1,400 journals and story starters will pop up. We have published over 50 authors and made them #1 bestsellers. So we would like to do that for you too. We'll see you next time. Leave us a note. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Lisa.
Bye. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Bye.
If you'd like to create the most powerful advertising tool for your business, contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com, where we will help you create, publish, and make your book a #1 bestseller and show you how to get new leads and more revenue for your business. If you'd like to check us out on our Facebook page, we have a free book for you as our gift. Just go and click free book. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment for our podcast. We would love to hear from you.